Hey, how's it? This is the foundation. Doing my draft review video. Uh, Needed to be a little bit quiet, so I left the house and stuff like that. Well, left my apartment, I should say. Um, so yeah, I just want to talk about. I was sick the last couple of days. I was too exhausted after the draft. So finally I feel a little bit better. Um, so let's get started. Overall, I love the draft. A lot of twists and turns, a lot of not unexpected things. Um, deep draft, man. Cleveland, they should be very excited. Cleveland fans should be very excited. San Francisco fans should be very excited. And for the most part, all the NFC East teams should feel excited in their own way. Gotta say though, Drew Pearson stole the show. So I loved it. um, but yeah, we're going with the first pick in the first round, the 28th pick. We took Taco Charlton. Now, in my original preview video, I had him slotted in that area of where we could have taken a player and which would be the best player and everything. So that's why I wasn't shocked, or anything like that. So I kind of what to expect. Some people are, I kind of, I have my pet cats and all that, but I'm not gonna argue the pick. And some people saying that he's a one-hit wonder, and I was like, no, not really, because in his freshman year, he played a three. They were in a 3-4 scheme, defense, and he was playing defensive ends. And I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but defensive ends in the 3-4 is more gap discipline than anything. So that's why I was like, I wasn't knocking him for that. And then he was playing behind NFL quality drafted players. Then when they moved to the 4-3, that's when you see him shine. I mean, he went to 5 sacks, and then he went up to 9 sacks, 9.5 sacks. So his production grew. So that's a promising thing, that he grows at he, as long as he's showing the ability to grow and get better each time, then I'm not, that's what I'm looking for. In the second round, at pick 60, I gotta say this name right. Lindsay Cash on the Cowboys.com, she gave the proper pronunciation. It's Chidobe Awuzie, cornerback. Love this kid's attitude. He's for the most part, a lot of these guys that we're bringing in, they're gonna bring a new attitude to this defense, and it's kind of like a chip on their shoulders kind of thing, and I really like it. Physical, versatile, and intelligent. I mean, this kid is intelligent. You can play inside, outside, both sides, and free and safety if you need to. So you love that free. You love that thing about him. Again, I had pet cats and all that, but again, I won't argue. I thought that he would have gone high in the second round anyway, so I didn't expect him at 60. So, and then at pick 92, I kind of wrote him off because of the domestic issue that's going on with him. But at 92, we took cornerback Jordan Lewis out of Michigan, and teammates with Taco. And this guy is glue. I mean, he does not give separation, and he has a kind of attitude where he's almost insulted that you test him, kind of thing, like, what did you see open, kind of thing. And if you've seen that highlight of him snatching the ball one-handed in the air, that means he wants to make plays. That means he's not afraid to make a play. So again, another guy that he's gonna bring in a lot of attitude to this team. And then at pick 133, we took Ryan Switzer, wide receiver out of North Carolina. Cole Beasley, type player. I think he's a little bit more down the field explosive than Cole Beasley, and he brings another element where he's a true specialist returner. Um, he led. I mean, he had what, eight, 7 or 8 punt returns, and he had a couple of them called back. I mean, now with him, if we get, if they punting, if the opposite team is, the opposing team is punting from like the 30 or 40 and trying to pin us deep into our territory, he has the ability to flip the field, flip the fields and all that. So you gotta love that about him. At first, I would, if you see the reaction video, I wasn't too excited, but I warmed up to him really fast because I really wanted another player, and that's the one I go into the next pick. In the 6th round, in 191, we took Xavier Rhodes. I really love this pick, and another guy bringing that attitude, and he is a ball hawk. 15 interceptions, man. And then he can play the slot, he can play the free, he can play the strong, and he will hit. He is not afraid to hit. So, man, I can keep on gushing about this kid. Um, not one of those power schools, but this guy, he stood out. He made other people notice and all that. Again, another kid, smart and attitude. This big time attitude. um, I think we dropped down to, we traded with the New England Patriots, so we went down to 216, I think. Then we took another corner. We double dipped, we quadruple dipped, into it. We took Marquez White out of Florida State. Long arms, one or more of pure, versatile enough to can go inside, but more pure on the outside. Understand routes. He's not afraid to make a play on the ball. So again, another guy. Not too familiar with him, even though I saw him against Miami and everything like that. Not too familiar with him as well, but you just gotta love the way he will attack those routes and all that. He will take his chances on the routes and all that. And then at 228, I think, we took Joey Ivy out of Florida. I don't know I don't know too much about this kid, but if you was watching on Cowboys.com and you saw the War Room, Marinelli got pumped. I mean, Marinelli went, got really hyped, and I was like, if Marinelli gets hyped for somebody, I mean, he will do extra for this kid. He will go all in on him. And when you see his highlights, motor for days. I mean, he's gonna keep on going. He's not gonna stop, and everything like that. So, gotta love that pick too. I mean, if Marinelli's pumped, I'm gonna love that pick. Then at 238 or 239, we took Noah Brown, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Now there is some things that even Jerry Jones said that Zeke kind of petitioned for him to be drafted and all that. And what's funny about that whole thing was and I'm gonna get into another point real quick. That Zeke had a part of it and all that, but Jason Garrett said, "Hey, we got a couple of Michigan players. We need to even out the playing field." And what made me crack up about that, it made me think, who's the most happiest about this and everything like that? That we got Taco and Jordan Lewis, Dak, because he's good. I mean, you think about the locker room antics of Zeke. Imagine these two young rookies in the thing, and Zeke is gonna have fun, and Dak is like, "Oh, thank you." I mean, I'm not saying that they're gonna stop what they're doing because they brothers and all that kind of stuff, but I can see Zeke this at least a little relievement for Dak and all that. And then and then finally at 246 we took Jordan Carell out of Colorado, a teammate of Chudebe Wuzier. I love all these guys. Those secret audio calls that they got to talk with Jerry and all that. This kid, I'm gonna be rooting for on the side. Kind of like hope he makes the team. I love his audio. I mean, it's kind of cliche, but he was just let me come. I'm ready to work, coach. Let me prove to you that I'm not gonna let you down. Let me prove to you. Let me prove to you. Let me work. Let me work. And for a guy be like, I mean, again, it's kind of cliche-ish, but for some reason I believe this kid a lot. So, I really love it. Um, in the priority free agents and all that, Skipper, I mean, huge guy, 6'10", 310 pounds. I mean, I'm scared. I mean, he has a lot to look for and all that, but for him not get drafted is kind of like, because in a weak class, I want to know what's up with him and all that, but you gotta love the measurables though. And then I think Jahad Thompson or something like that, the running back on the Temple. A lot of people are high on him. I haven't really watched up on him yet, so. But overall, I love this draft. I love this draft. And what's better yet? Last year's draft, we could have extra things coming back. Jalen Smith. I mean, please. I mean, if all the progressions and all that with his nerve and all that, and he can play. Ooh, we got another top 5 pick with Zeke. I mean, there was arguments that he could have been the best player in the draft last year, from a lot of analysts, and we get that. Wow. And then my diamond in the rough from last year, Charles Tapper. Woohoo! Him and Taco and the rest of the defensive boys and all that. Ooh, I'm loving it. And then Rico Gathers, a lot of positive things coming out of his development. If he can somehow find a way and show what he can do and show how much he progressed, man, that's another 3 picks and all that. Oh, I love it. All right, that's my review video. Might take a little vacation from all this video making. All right, Paniolo boys and go Cowboys.